Hey everybody, Master Adam Grogin here. I'm in Bazeilles, France again for the 2024 Euro Budo Festival for the World Kobudo Federation. Super excited to be here. And once again, we are on the search for some braking materials. It's my new favorite thing to do when I travel, is to try to look in different countries and see what kind of braking materials they have. When I'm looking for materials, there's two things I'm looking for. I want a challenge. I want to earn some people's respect with what I'm doing with the brakes, but I also want it to be achievable. I don't want to set myself up for failure by breaking something that's impossible to break. I'm also looking for safety. So I need to find something that's safe to break, that I can break, and that is achievable and also hard enough that it's respectable. I found my way to Brico Marché, so we're gonna take a look inside and see what they have to break. Come with me, let's have some fun. Okay, so to buy bricks here, we gotta go around back. Going back to the car, gotta drive around back. Hopefully we can find something good. So they got this little garden set up out here. I think it's some kind of display or sample. And there's some decent looking bricks in there, so I'm hoping I can find some of those. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna drive around back. Maybe too much. It might be. Oh, look over here. This here, oh this would actually look pretty nice. This would go. That's pretty good. We're gonna go with that for sure. Up here's some good stands for us. This is an easy thing for me to stack them on, make a stand. So that's good right there. So let's see if we can figure out how to buy stuff from this guy. No, not here. Okay. I want to try new things, but I feel like this is compressed. So like this was a machine and it compressed this stuff into this shape. So I feel like the density is much harder. Okay, we're gonna go with the other ones because I know that they work. So we'll go with the other ones. Good height. So we have 3, get 4, and 5. I think that back end is big. It's too big. They all have that solid back wall. I wonder why this one guy is different here. Oh, it's mixed in. I think these are better anyway. It's got more structure there. Okay, let's go with this, see how it goes.
Bravo, bravo, wow, super.
Okay, so that break did not go the way I hoped for, but it's a huge learning opportunity. So here's a chance for us to look into the breaking science, and I want you to get in my head at my analysis of what went wrong here and what we learned from this, or else what's the point of doing this, right? If we're going to keep breaking around the world, we want to learn different things and analyze it. I want you to see what I'm analyzing so you can make the same critical thinking when you're making these decisions. So the first thing I want you to notice is that when I got these blocks, one side looks like this, and one side looks like this. This looks like it's solid. I made the conscious choice that when I did this break, I didn't want the audience to think that I was trying to cheat them. I didn't want to show this side, but then really have it be hollow on this side, because then they might think I was trying to pass it off as being solid, and they're not. So I made a conscious effort to show this side so that they would know that they were hollow in this way. I didn't want to hide anything. I didn't want to be a magician trying to show stuff. I wanted it to be real. So that's the first thing. So in terms of the break itself, what I believe happened, and I'd love to see your comments below, is that these crumbled. They were too soft. I thought that because of the hollow nature of the inside, because they're hollow in here, but still a thick enough wall, that I'd be able to get through them all and get through the stack like I did in Spain earlier this year, if you check out this video, or like I did in France here last year with very similar blocks. In this video, I was able to get through the majority of the stack when they were hollow, even though there's this backside, that backside still broke. But what I think happened with these blocks is I think that with these blocks, they crumbled so much that when I hit the top with all that power, it splattered, it crumbled, and it absorbed all my power, and there was nothing to hit the next block. My elbow hit the top, it went through a little bit, and usually that shock goes all the way through the whole stack, and each block, not like the trolls online. I'm not saying that if you break the top one, they all break. That's not the case, but there is a physics that if I'm striking the top brick, and then I'm pushing that brick through my strike into the next brick and the next brick, that my force is running through the block, and it is touching each piece. There is a piece to that, but I'm not saying like the trolls online, that if you break one, you break them all. That's not the case. But here, there was nothing to transfer the power down because it just crumbled. There was nothing there. There was no material there. So I think that this was great for a single break. I also was kicking myself a little bit because I should have tried one in the lot where I bought them. As you've seen in my previous videos, I always try one in the store to make sure it's a good block before I do the demo. Well, the salesman didn't let me this time. He said I couldn't practice one in the lot. So I saw these. I thought they were very similar to what I did before. I had a good confidence going into this. What I realize now is that had I broken one in the store, it probably wouldn't have saved me, because I would have broken one, no problem. It would have smashed. And I would have thought, these are no problem. I can put them all up for this demo. What I realize now moving forward, that hopefully you'll see in my next video in my next country, is I need to practice doing 2 or 3 in the store or ahead of time to see how they transfer power. And I'm going to be more cognizant and decisive that when I buy blocks, I don't want to get as hollow, because I know now that the more hollow they are, the power won't transfer going through. So while I am disappointed that I didn't break them all in the demo, it's all learning, and that's why I'm doing this. We need to learn what materials are breakable. And remember my key points here. I want it to be achievable. I don't want it to be so difficult that it's not achievable, or so difficult that it's going to injure somebody, right? Safety and achievability are the number one things. But with achievability, we also need the challenge, right? We don't want it so easy that it's not impressive and that it's not skilled. So there's that balancing act with the achievability and the difficulty, and we have the safety. And with these guys here, they're definitely achievable. How to get through them more, I'm going to have to experiment. Safety, I'm concerned though, because usually I never cut myself or hurt myself. But because these crumbled, the intense amount of crumbles more than other bricks, I did get a lot more cuts than I usually do. And I don't like that. I like to come out of a break unscathed to show that my body is strong. I don't like getting cut. And these blocks definitely cut me more than any other material I've ever used. So I don't know if I'd pick these again. Part of me wants to kind of see if I can learn to break them better, but they're not going to be my first choice when I come back here. So lesson learned, and we're going to keep experimenting and keep learning as we travel around the world, trying to find materials to break. So please check out the rest of my videos.